From a litigation perspective, litigation arising from ESG disclosures is nothing new. Companies have long faced litigation from failing to adequately warn of climate risk or overstating their commitment to combat climate change. The implication being that companies should have said or done more for the environment. With the new anti-ESG movement, we now see risk on the opposite side of the spectrum. Investors suing because companies have overcommitted to climate and the environment. This puts companies in the difficult position of trying to satisfy investors on both ends of the spectrum. The new political environment certainly makes things more challenging. For starters, the regulatory framework is in flux. In 2023, 240 anti-ESG bills were introduced by states. States such as Arizona, Indiana, Missouri, Texas all introduced bills to prohibit investment professionals, agents, and state fiduciaries from considering ESG when making investment on behalf of the state. Other states sought to prohibit contracts with companies that boycott or negatively screen industries like fossil fuel and mining, among others. Other states would require state government entities to divest from financial companies engaged in energy company boycotts. With the laws in such flux, it leaves companies in a very difficult position to know what to disclose and when to disclose. And private plaintiffs are waiting in the wings to dissect those disclosures and potentially bring litigation when companies make a misstep. And let's not forget the state AGs. There have been numerous formal inquiries into state pension funds and how they're investing, as well as litigation around disinvestment in industries which are harmful to the environment. The SEC climate rules are another example of the shifting regulatory environment. On March 6, 2024, the SEC adopted rules that would require public companies to disclose extensive climate change-related information in their SEC filings. The final rules had already been pared down from what the SEC originally proposed 2 years ago, following the receipt of more than 24,000 comments. Nonetheless, immediately after the rules were released, litigation followed, and within days, a federal appellate court imposed a temporary stay pending judicial review of the new rules. We do not expect to see resolution for years to come. My advice to companies is to proceed with caution. Monitor regulatory developments and continue to map developments in jurisdictions where you operate. Ensure that your disclosures are properly scoped and can be substantiated. I like to say, apply the same level of scrutiny to your climate disclosures as you would to your SEC disclosures otherwise. Ensure that claims are clear and easily understandable by anyone that may rely on them. Finally, consult with counsel when making or strategizing around climate or carbon disclosures.